Okay. We're joined by UCO head coach Adam Dorrell following their 48-20 win over Northwest. Coach, you have an opening statement about your team's win?
Yeah, I was just really pleased with the win. I thought it was a hard-fought win against a really good football team. Thing I was appreciative of, I thought we had a really good week of practice, and our guys were really focused. And we didn't run the ball as well as we wanted to today. I thought we did a good job of stopping the run, but we knew we were going to have to be physical. They're a physical bunch, and for the most part, I thought we did a good job with that. Turnovers I knew would be big, and we had a +3 turnover margin, so I thought that was really, really important. And had some big plays today. Obviously, Terrill Davis came up huge, but again, it's just I feel like it was another good team win, and obviously we've got some really good players at spots, but I just feel like we're really solid at everything. And I'm sure you noticed again how many guys we were rolling. We're just a very deep football team right now, so just really pleased and just really proud of our guys.
With the running game not quite going as well as it has, Jett was still able to high percentage and take care of the ball with no turnovers. What do you see from your passing game today?
Yeah, I thought it was good. We took a couple sacks that I thought we shouldn't have, but we weren't forcing the football. He's doing such a great job with that. And, when your quarterback, you can trust your quarterback not to force the football on early downs. And, he's just doing a phenomenal job. And, so what they were doing to stop the run, it obviously opened up some stuff in the passing game a little bit. So it's kind of 6-1, half dozen the other. And just, again, I thought he played really well again.
Offensively, you all in the second half, you kind of had a lull there, but you picked it up towards the end. How were you all able to keep the offensive hope alive, despite not being able to maybe finish some drives and have some inconsistency?
Well, yeah, and I'll be honest, I really thought the defense bailed us out in the third quarter, and I told them that at the end of the game. With what we do tempo-wise, it's a double-edged sword. If you're going 3 and out, which we did too much in the third quarter, puts a lot of stress on your defense, and I thought they really answered the bell to it. And then we were just able to get refocused and have some big plays, and obviously the turnover helped. But definitely have a lull. Got to give them a lot of credit. They made adjustments in the third quarter, and I thought we did a good job of making adjustments off that in the fourth quarter. So just something we got to learn from. We can't wait a whole quarter to make adjustments in the second half.
Just coming out of the gate 14-0 halfway through that first quarter, how important was that to get off to that hot start?
Huge. That was one of our keys to victory this week is, we talked about pressure. We've got pressure on us. They've got pressure on them. And I felt like it was going to be who handles that pressure the best. And it was a big part of our game plan. And, again, they hung in there and took some punches from us and rallied back. But I thought it was huge to get those early scores.
And then Nicky, he had a career long today, 47 yards. I know he's kind of had an up and down season. What can you say about the way that he's responded to adversity so far this season?
I was very proud of him. I think everybody's confidence can get shaken, but I really see it at the corner position, the quarterback position, and the kicker position. And you got to have a short memory. He's been in so many win games this year. Some of the opportunities we haven't given him, and I was really proud of him today because he came out and was just big time, and he was awesome.
You mentioned handling the pressure, but also just gaining that momentum with each week as you guys keep performing well. Is that something you kind of sense among this team, that confidence just continues to grow?
Yeah, definitely. It's a confidence, not a cockiness, and again, it's just guys really feeding off each other's energy, and they're humble and hungry right now. And again, the depth makes that guys have to show up every day and compete for reps. But yeah, we're gaining confidence as we go, coaching, staff, players, and we've got a good thing going. We got to keep our head down and keep grinding, and not listen to people tell us how good we are, because there's a lot of football left to be played.
You got Tahlequah next week. How do you avoid sleepwalking into that game, knowing that you have Pitt State around the corner and you have this dominant win?
I'm confident because it's such a rivalry game, and for the President's Cup, and they don't like us, we don't like them. That's gone on for years. A lot of our guys either played with kids over there at high school or competed against them their whole careers. So it's a good, healthy rivalry, but I'm not concerned at all. I think our guys are going to have a good week of practice and really get up, and we want to keep the cup, and that's a big deal because you never know if we're going to play them the following year, so I'm confident our guys will get up and get ready to play.
And finally, defensively, you all had a couple of big plays late. The fumble return for the touchdown, JK's pick. What can you say about those guys kind of making their own luck, kind of ensuring, picking up the slack. As when we talked to Jack Puckett last weekend, I think Ian asked, how do you feel about kind of being the B story compared to your offense? And he said the B story can become the man story really quick. I think that fourth quarter showed. What can you just say about Coach Swanson and whether that unit responds, time after time?
Yeah, I had a conversation with one of my old mentors this week. I think defensively we're a lot better than we look on paper statistically. And again, that's a testament to our guys because we're getting the lead and then they're not doing dumb stuff. They're playing too deep coverage. We're keeping everything inside in front of us for the most part. We gave up a long one today, but so when you have a 14, 21 point lead, you're going to give up some yards. The objective is not to give them touchdowns. And we got the red zone interception I thought was huge. So again, I'm very proud of those guys because they're not panicking. They're being very consistent in what they do, and I think we're doing a good job each week of showing the offensive line and the quarterback, the opposing quarterback, some new looks. And Coach Swanson and Coach CP, just the way they built that defense and just our vernacular and the kids we have, we're very multiple. We can be an odd and even bear front, and so it's good. I think that really helps challenge the quarterback.
Well, thank you, Coach, and best of luck.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Right. There we go, guys. We're joined by UCO wide receiver Terrill Davis, who broke his own school record with 15 catches in UCO's 48-20 win over Northwest. Terrill, what was working for you today?
I would just say the game plan. The game plan was good. We went in knowing what we had to do, and we know they're a physical team on defense, so we just have to be even more physical than them.
So tell me, when they announced that you broke the school record again, did you know, or were you just like, all right, I did it again. Cool.
Yeah, it was more of just like I did it again. Like I didn't know at all, but I'd be so locked into the game, I really don't know what my stats would be, honestly.
Offensively, you all had a lull there in the second half, but finished strong. How were you all able to overcome those setbacks and finish the game strong?
I feel like we just so locked in as an offense. Like it just takes one person to flip the tempo. And after we seen that we was down a little bit, we came back to the sideline and everybody picked each other up, and it's just a good family vibe. So we can snap out of those lulls real quick.
How big of a win is it to be Northwest Missouri here at home, get to 6-0 for the first time since 2003, and continue this dominant start? It's program.
It's real big. Like they're a good team. I know their record doesn't really show how good they are because they get better week by week. But it's a big win, and of course, it's always good to be 6-0. So we can never complain about it.
Now, next week is the Battle for the President's Cup. You all once again go to Tahlequah. If you win, this is 10 years in a row, a decade of dominance. Last year got kind of dicey. You had the go-ahead score to really seal the deal. What do you all have to do to go in there knowing that a win for them would make their season?
I feel like we just got to keep on doing what we do and not really worry too much about them, honestly. I think that if we just keep our heads down and keep working like we've been doing, then I think everything will work out fine.
All right, TD. Well, thank you very much, and best of luck. We're joined by UCO wide receiver Jacob Delso, who had a touchdown in UCO's 48-20 win over Northwest. Jacob, first walk us through that touchdown catch.
So all game we knew that they didn't have a lot of depth at corners, and the starting corner went down. He started cramping, and so we decided to take a shot play. And I ran a double move. He kind of held me at the line, so I just kind of went with it. And then Jett threw a perfect ball, and I just made a play and was able to get my knee in.
They originally ruled it an incompletion. How did you feel when Coach Dorrell said, hey, I'm going to challenge that?
I was excited because, last time we did that exact same play, they called it incomplete and we didn't challenge it. And so it's nice to be able to get a touchdown in this game.
Were you telling him to go and challenge that?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I told him I caught it clean, and I was like, I think I got a knee in, so challenge it, and he did.
And now, offensively for you, some could say this might have been the worst, in quotes, worst game. Still scoring 41, have almost 600 yards of offense. Despite the ground game struggling against a really good front, how were you all able in the pass game to pick up the slack and still score 41?
Coach Curley and all of our coaches, they make a really good game plan each week. We knew that if we could attack their linebackers alignment and the safeties, that we'd have a big day, and sure enough, we did. So that was a game plan for it.
Just tell me about working with Huff this season and just working with the offense and how explosive they've been over the last 6 games compared to last year even.
It's a night and day difference, as y'all know. Especially when Jett came in, we knew he could sling the ball, and the coaches decided to change our whole playbook, and it's been like the best thing ever for us, especially because we have the talent to do it and we have the depth. Because even our second string and third string can still make plays, and that's really what separates us from the rest of the teams. Is there's no fall off when like we sub and stuff like that.
Well, Jacob, we're wishing you the best of luck against Northeastern State.
Thank you.
Thanks. We're joined by UCO linebacker Zhyon Bell, who had a red zone interception, and quarterback Jett Huff after UCO's 48-20 win over Northwest Missouri. I posed a question to the both of you. What does this win mean for you all?
It's very big, losing to them last year the way we did. We're just going to come out here and make a statement. And like we was talking about, man, this is a statement game for us, we feel like. So just happy to be out here, get the win like that, especially for the seniors, Well, for me specifically, I really wanted this win. 6-0 is very big. Great for the nation.
Yeah, just like Zhyon said, appreciate it. Just like Zhyon said, we played pretty good football up to this point, but this definitely being our toughest opponent so far. I don't know, lots of people saying, this is the game. People are going to, find our identity if we're actually good, or if we had just been just winning games just because. But winning a game against a team like this, it's really big for the program.
Zhyon, real quick, tell me about the interception in the first or second quarter.
First
quarter. What was the defense? What were you looking at, and how did you figure that out? That ball was going to go to you.
It was man coverage. He acted like he was going out, then came in. So then I was a little bit behind him, but I was like, I know the quarterback's not going to throw it right here in the chest and end up catching it. But Connor had came out a couple plays before, had messed up on the coverage. Coach was yelling from the sideline, so when I get out there, especially being behind Connor, I just don't want there to be any drop off.
Right here the whole game.
All right, Kobe. But yeah, I don't want there to be no drop off. And yes, sir, that was pretty much it, man coverage.
And then Jett, for you all, you're playing the best run defense in the conference, the best defense in the conference. The pass game had to pick up the slack. Knowing that, how were you all able to answer the bell?
Just knowing, if the big runs aren't going to be there, then we're going to have to make plays in the passing game, and that's the O-line, the running backs, the receivers, O-line and running backs with protection and check down routes, and receivers, most importantly, knowing the coverage, know when they're probably going to get the ball and knowing when they're not, and then when it's man coverage, being aggressive with their hands and just running crisp routes. So just a collective effort, knowing we can't quite get it going in the running game like we have been. We're gonna have to go make plays through the air.
And then now you mentioned the check downs. Dominic Dunn has been very good for you all on the check down. He had a 60-yard catch and run today. What can you say about his impact? Maybe it's overlooked a little bit. What can you say about his impact within the offense?
It's definitely overlooked. I call him my safety blanket just because, if it's third down, third and short, he's so good at finding which zones to attack. And he had been doing that for 5 weeks now. But then, honestly, that play design, it wasn't even really for him. We were thinking the linebacker was going to run with him, but I told him all week, I said, if they cut you loose, just be ready if you're catching the zone. And he's just so smart about knowing when he's open and when he's not, and knowing when the ball's going to come his way. And he's done a great job this year.
Talk about the play from Terrill Davis. He had 15 catches, a school record. What makes you trust him to throw to him 15 times and possibly even more?
He's the best receiver in the country. I don't know. You can watch anybody in Division II football, and you're not going to find one better. He's so smart coverage-wise, and we're always on the same page. And he just knows where the ball's going to go, and I know where he's going to be. So just a lot of work, a lot of reps, and he's shown it he can do it in every game. So he's an easy guy to trust.
And Zhyon, defensively, you all were on the foot a lot in the third. You had the two big turnovers in the fourth. As a defensive unit, what did that mean to you all to kind of be able to answer the bell and pick up the slack until your offense got rolling again?
It kind of felt good that the offense can rely on us. Offense is doing good, but the defense can also do good as well. We just don't want to we don't want you don't want the defense to be the weakness. We just want to pick it. If the offense is down, we want to pick them up. Same vice versa. If we're down, the offense can pick us up. So it means a lot.
And to both of you, now next week's the President's Cup for Zhyon. This will be his third, I believe. Jett, this will be your first. Regardless, a win here would be a decade of dominance, keeping the cup in Edmond. What do you all have to do in order to leave Tahlequah with the cup?
Play like we've been playing. Be physical, aggressive. Can't overlook the opponent. Come in here, races, win from today. Get back, watch film on them, see what we need to clean up, and get ready for NFC.
Yeah, we should play our football. Said a few weeks ago, but it's less about the opponent, more about what we're trying to get done on both sides of the ball during the week. And I think if you get caught up in the opponent, maybe you lack some important time during the week trying to get better at what you're trying to do. So obviously we're very motivated. This win's nice right now. We're done thinking about it tomorrow, and we're just going to focus on us next week and try to go play good football next week.
Well, gentlemen, thank you and good luck. And we're joined by UCO cornerback J.K. Moore, who had a forced fumble and interception in UCO's 48-20 win over Northwest Missouri. J.K., what was working for you out there today?
Just working, really everything, man. Just trusting my technique and the calls coach was calling, and just being able to trust myself in man coverage and run with those guys, man. I really think that's really working for me. So, yeah.
This is Swanson's second year as DC.
First.
Oh, it's his first year. Okay. This is Swanson's first year. Sorry, it's been a long week.
Yeah, I feel that.
It's Swanson's first year. What have you seen out of him as him being the defensive coordinator compared to years past? What kind of difference have you seen?
Swanson trusts us for real to go make plays. Man, it's just like we mess up, reset. He always keeps us in a positive mindset, and I feel like the way he leads us and like the trust between us is there. That's why we win in so many games.
Now, walk us through the forced fumble. How are you able to punch that ball out?
Man, I was really tired on that. Man, I really seen it, so I'm trailing behind him. I'm running, but I seen him catch the ball and tuck it down, and all I know I could just fit my arm in there and punch it out. But I didn't really know he like fumbled until I heard ball. I'm trying to scramble up. My boy Buck picked it up and took it to the crib, man. So that's all she wrote right there.
The next possession, you get the interception. Talk about the coverage you were playing and how you were able to get in front of him.
It was really man coverage. He did like a little short route and try to take it back upfield, which is scramble. And I played to the top shoulder, and QB floated it just like last week, and it was wraps from there.
Now, someone I think in the press box said you were celebrating as you were going down.
I definitely was.
How did you pull that off?
I pulled it off, man. I'm like, my legs not going nowhere, so I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna fall down because they was giving me a lot of crap over there about the touchdown that was scored. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna leave y'all with something, man. It was wraps from there, man.
Now, what exactly is that celebration?
Shout out Cam Ward, but I know the guys at Western Kentucky started it, but I really just do it just no fly zone, or it really means you suck. So just straight out there. So.
Now, you get Northeastern State again in Tahlequah. We know last year you had the game-sealing pick against them. What do you all feel like you have to do as a secondary to go in there again and leave with another win?
Just remain consistent and remaining having a reset when things don't go our way, for sure. But if we just lock in on a film and lock in throughout the practices, we should be coming out with that dub. So.
And now, when you came on this offseason, you were talking about you needed to improve tackling. How do you feel like you've been on that so far through half the season?
I feel like my tackling has very much improved. Coaches very emphasize tackling a lot, top field shoulder, near hip, near shoulder. Like we practice tackling a lot, so just transitioning to the game, it really helps a lot.
And then defensively, you all, last year we talked about the interception. I think after the Missouri Southern game, you're talking about the jug machines. Didn't know that we had. You all have corralled several picks this year. Yeah. What has been the main difference in the outcome there?
I really say just the defense, and then just the mentality all about the ball, man. But man, because TP was really giving me, really getting in my head about me dropping these balls at practice. So I knew I just had to come down with this game. So yeah.
And you mentioned Coach TP, Coach Pearson, there's Coach Dumas as well. What is it like playing for those guys?
Those guys are pros. They're going to be somewhere in the NFL coaching one day. They're about the little details. They're really Like they really critique a lot of things, but those little things matter because when you see what happens on game day, you know what I'm saying? Like when we tweak those little minor details and get right in film and stuff, is all she wrote out here.
Well, JK, thank you and best of luck.
Appreciate you.